Hello my dear friends. Today we are going to learn about database management system with JDBC. Disclaimer: the work presented here is not mine. It is collected from various sources, either online or offline for educational purpose. Outline of today's session. Today we are going to see various topics like overview of JDBC, what is JDBC, architecture of JDBC, model of JDBC, components of JDBC, drivers of JDBC, and ultimately at last we are going to see the steps of writing our JDBC program. So what is JDBC? JDBC is a standard interface for connecting to relational database from a Java. Allows a Java program to issue different SQL statements and process the results. The JDBC class and the interface are available in java.sql package. As you can see here, any application would perform a JDBC call. The JDBC driver would find out the appropriate database and it would provide the database command to the database, which would return us the provided result sets. JDBC is vendor independent API for accessing relational database from database vendors in a consistent way. It is an Java API for executing SQL statement. It provides a standard API for two-layer database developer. Possible to write database applications using a pure Java API. And it is easy to send SQL statements to virtually any relational database. So what is JDBC? An API that lets you access virtually any tabular data source from any programming language. You all might be knowing what is an API, what is the tabular data store, right? And you can access any data from the spreadsheets, flat files, anything. Okay, so the general architecture of our JDBC is we are having the Java application. We would be the API would be available for connecting with the JDBC driver manager, where there can be JDBC ODBC bridge also, or a vendor specific driver can be there that would access directly to the database, right? In JDBC ODBC bridge there can be vendor specific ODBC driver and that can access to the database. So if you see here on the right hand side, we would be having the Java application. There would be a driver manager. Then the vendor specific ODBC bridge can be created. There can be Oracle driver. There can be Sybase driver. And we can connect to the database as shown in the diagram. So here the figure of JDBC model is given. Again, we would be having our Java application. Through API, through driver manager and through driver API we can connect with the database. The different components of JDBC can be the connection statement. We are going to write the connection. We are going to write the statement. Statement can be a simple statement, callable statement, or prepared statement as shown here. Then we would be having the result set and the result set metadata with us available. This connection would be done with this driver manager class, and this driver manager class can have connection to variety of drivers, as you can see in the data in the figure. JDBC drivers. There are 4 types of drivers. The first one is called bridge, second would be of native type, third would be of middleware, and the last one is a pure. If you talk of type 1 drivers, use bridging technologies. We have to install and configure this on client machine. It is not good for web. The example for this type 1 is ODBC bridge. Type 2 drivers are the native API drivers. It requires installation configuration on client machine, but it is used to leverage existing CLI libraries that are available. but they are not thread safe. They are obsolete now. Type 3 are called the middleware server driver, usually an database host. It is very flexible. Allow access to multiple databases using one driver. Only need to download one driver, but it's another server application to install and maintain. Right, so you can see the example here. Type 4 drivers are the pure drivers. You can use Java networking libraries to talk directly to database engines. Only disadvantage, need to download a new driver for each database engine. Suppose if it is for Oracle, you have to download a new driver. For any other type of database, you have to load the new driver. So here you can see the characteristics and the driver type 1, 2, 3, 4. Here again the same thing, how this pure native are working is shown here. You can see the pure driver at last. The diagram shows it connects directly to the data. Our application would be having JDBC driver and it would be directly connecting to the database. No middleware, nothing is required into it. Again you can see the flavors. Type 1 has an ODBC driver. Type 2 was having that CLI libraries. Middleware driver was also able to connect, but you can see the type 4, that is a pure driver, direct connection with the database. So there are various classes and interface you would be using as shown here. So JDBC driver acts as a gateway to the database. It is not a driver file but a jar file in your application. So here the JDBC driver installation is shown. Okay, there are various drivers. Suppose if I go for Oracle, it would be oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. If I go for MySQL, it would be com.mysql.jdbc.driver. And for SQL Server, it would be this. And we are going to load it with class.forName and we are going to specify the driver name into it. Class.forName and a driver name into it. Okay, important thing, JDBC programming steps. The first step is you have to register a driver. You have to create a connection to the database. Once a connection is created, you have to create a statement, and using that statement you can query the database. Once you have queried to the database, it would generate a result which would be stored in a result set object. Then assign these results to the Java variables. Close all the result set, statement and the connection object at last. So these are the JDBC programming steps. You can see here the same thing. The same thing is written in a stepwise format. The skeleton code for our connection would look like this.